Mr. Lamb has advised Derry to shut his ears so that he cannot hear anything, because people's nonsense talk has a lot of influence on Derry's mind, and because of that he becomes sad and miserable, and he is recounting all the stories of his sadness, all the things that he has heard from others that have made his life miserable. So listening to some of them, Mr. Lamb finally tells Derry that if you hear people talk like this and they make you hurt and they make you miserable, then the best thing is to keep your ears shut. So now you keep your ears shut. Derry finds it very peculiar. He says, you are peculiar. You say peculiar things. You ask questions I don't understand. You are really a very strange person. You speak in a strange way and you ask questions that I can't understand. I don't understand. Mr. Lamb says, I like to talk. Have company. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to stop here at all. The gate's open. I talk because I love to talk. I want human company. I love to be in the company of human beings. And I don't compel anyone to be with me. It's your freedom. If you want to leave, it's all your choice. I don't compel you to answer my questions also. I don't compel you to stay with me. The gate is open. Anyone may come, anyone may go. Derry says, yes, I can easily go. It's my freedom. But see the but. The very boy who we got at the beginning, he was afraid the moment he came to know someone is there, and he wanted to leave in spite of all the efforts made by Mr. Lamb. Because he was always saying, I have to go. But this very boy has now got interest because of Mr. Lamb's very worthy talk. The positivity that he is trying to inculcate in the mind of Derry, that Derry has got really something for the first time in his life, some nicety in Mr. Lamb's talk. And he is saying, yes, but Mr. Lamb says, I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there. Some hear bees and they say bees buzz. But when you listen to bees for a long while, they hum. And hum means sing. I hear them singing, my bees. Mr. Lamb is now telling there is some other thing, that how a human being, in order to live life happily, he has to have close attachment with nature. That is really a fact. And because of this environmental degradation people are causing because of industrialization and people's carelessness and selfishness, now we are doing a lot of injustice to nature. If human beings want to live happily, they have to be friend to nature. This is what Mr. Lamb is trying to convince Derry about. He says that I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there, and some people, they don't like the sound of bees. People differ, their thoughts differ, their choices differ. So some people, they don't like even the sound of bees, and they call bees buzz. Buzz is a sound that is not nice. Buzz is a sound without any charm. But Mr. Lamb said that if you listen to bees for a long while, then you will realize that no, bees don't buzz. Their sound is not a sound of buzzing, it's a sound of humming. Hum means sing. And I hear them singing, my bees. By saying my bees, he means that he has a lot of possessiveness. He loves the bees. The bees belong to him, and he is very proud of the fact that these bees belong to me. This means Mr. Lamb is very close to nature. And this love of nature he is trying to inculcate in the mind of Derry. And Derry is saying, but I like it here. I came in because I liked it when I looked over the wall. Derry also has, by this time he has developed some kind of fondness, some kind of interest in this place. And he is saying that I like it here and I came just because I loved it when I looked over the wall. Mr. Lamb says, if you had seen me, you would not come in. But if you had seen me, you would not, definitely, because after knowing that I am here, after you heard my sound, you became so afraid, you were trying to escape. So definitely, if you had known that I am here, you would not have come. Derry says no. Mr. Lamb also says no. Then Derry says, you would have been trespassing. Trespass, the word trespass we got earlier. Trespass, in some other lesson we got the word trespass. Trespass means to enter illegally, without permission. For example, someone's compound is there, someone's garden is there, someone's home is there, and without permission you enter there illegally. It is called trespassing. Derry said that, Mr. Lamb said, if you knew that I was here, you would not enter. But Derry said, yes, I would not enter. And why I would not enter? I would not enter because it would be a case of trespassing. It would be illegal. Why should I enter into someone's garden, someone's place without permission? Mr. Lamb says, that's not why. No. It is not because of trespassing you would not enter. You would not have entered for a different reason. Why? Mr. Lamb says, that's not why. Derry says, I don't like being near people. Derry also is telling the truth, what Mr. Lamb has in his mind. That actually you would not have entered because if you knew some human being is there, you would not have come because you are not comfortable with human beings. Derry said, I don't like being near human beings. That is the fact. When they stare, because they stare at me, they look at my face and they react in a way that makes me really very sad. So when they stare, when I see them being afraid of me, when I see they are afraid of me, it's really uncomfortable. So I want to avoid human company. Mr. Lamb said, if this is the situation, wherever you go, people will look at you and this will make you sad and that's why you want to remain aloof from others, then there is a remedy. He is giving a remedy. He is telling Derry that you could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. Do one thing. You can lock yourself up in the room, be inside the room, be quarantined and don't leave the room. And then Mr. Lamb says, there was a man who did that. Yeah, exactly this was what a man did. He locked himself up in a room. He was afraid. Why did he lock himself up in the room? Why didn't he leave his room? The reason is that he was afraid. You see, afraid of everything. Everything in this world. What were the fears that man had? One thing was that his fear was that a bus might run him over. If I go and the bus may come and hit me, or a man might breathe deadly germs onto him. Other human beings may breathe because through their breathing a deadly germ, coronavirus may come into me. Or a donkey might kick him to death. Or lightning might strike him down. Lightning happens on the sky and because of lightning there is thunder, people die also. That might happen. Or he might love a girl and the girl would leave him. That may be another case. He would fall in love with a girl and the girl will cheat him and then he will become miserable. That is another fear. And he might slip on a banana skin and fall and people who saw him would laugh their heads off. Another fear was that maybe while walking he will slip on the banana leaves and then he will fall on the ground and people will laugh at him. Because of all these fears, this man locked himself up in a room. So he went into this room and locked the door and got into his bed and stayed there. Derry asked, forever? Did he do it forever? Mr. Lamb said, for a while. Derry says, then what? Mr. Lamb says, then a picture fell off the wall onto his head and killed him. Derry laughs a lot, the way you are laughing. Mr. Lamb said that no, he could not live like that for a long time because the picture fell, a heavy picture was there hanging on the wall, it fell on his head and it killed him. By this, Mr. Lamb means to say that death will come wherever you are and you cannot you have to live life in spite of troubles and difficulties and pains and sufferings and other people's comments on you and you are not agreeing to other people's actions and reactions. You cannot escape life. You have to live life and living life means having courage. Living life means facing difficulties. If you want to, if you become afraid of facing all these things and you think your home is the safe place, you are wrong because death will come from a very ordinary thing. You cannot believe that such a thing would kill you, but this will kill you. So when death is to come, it will come. You cannot save yourself from death. When it has to come, it will come. And so the best thing is to face life, to face difficulties and to live life. So then Mr. Lamb said, now you see the thing? Derry said, but you still say peculiar things. You really say peculiar things. Mr. Lamb said peculiar to some. Some people think what I say is peculiar. Derry says, what do you do all day? Derry has got more interested in Mr. Lamb and he has become more curious. So he is asking Mr. Lamb, what do you do all day long? And with each question of Derry, Mr. Lamb is getting opportunity to teach him new meanings of life. Mr. Lamb is saying, still sit in the garden, sit in the sun, read books or positive things. I sit in the sun, when sunlight is there, I sit, I enjoy, I get vitamin from it. I read books, it is a good habit. You thought it was an empty house, but inside it's full. You thought my house is empty, but no. Inside my house it's full, books and other things, full. Daddy says, but there aren't any curtains at the windows. You have a house, but there is no curtain in the window. That is a question. The question may come in the exam. Why isn't there any curtain in the windows of Mr. Lam's house? Mr. Lam said, I am not fond of curtains. I don't like curtains. Why? He says, shutting things out and shutting things in. Some things you have to take inside your home, some things you have to take out, and you have to close the door. And no, I want openness. I like the light and the darkness. Darkness, I like it. Light also I like it. Two opposite things. Only darkness is not sufficient for life. Only light is not sufficient. Darkness is also needed. So I like darkness as well as light. And the windows open to hear the wind. When wind comes, it's a natural phenomenon. I love nature. So this natural phenomenon, I should not be deprived of this opportunity. I should enjoy it. I want to listen to it. This is a kind of his love for nature. That is what he is saying. Daddy says, yes, I like that. When it's raining, I like to hear it on the roof. There is also showing one symptom of positivity that he also loves nature. He is saying that I also like that. When it rains and the raindrops fall on the roof, a very nice sound is created. I like to hear it. Then Mr. Lam said, so you are not lost, are you? Not altogether. You do hear things, you listen. So you are also like me. You also hear things, you listen, you enjoy nature. So the fact is that actually it is those people, usually human beings, they, because of their lack of intelligence and lack of some essential human qualities, they often make not only their own life miserable but other people's also. So it is these people whose unnecessary and unwanted and nonsense comments made their life miserable. And now you will find that Mr. Lam is trying to find out, to discover a new Derry in the boy. And he has been able so far. And Derry has opened his mouth and he is saying, I also hear, I also enjoy when raindrops fall. And Mr. Lam is saying, yes, you are not altogether lost. You also hear, you also listen to the natural phenomenon. Then Derry says, they talk about me, but still in his mind there is a stock, a huge stock of complaints against human beings. The way human beings have made his life miserable, there is a huge stock of such bad stories, I should say bad stories, and there is sharing all this. He's saying, they talk about me downstairs when I am not there. When I am not there, in my absence, in my family, the people in my family, they talk about me. What do they say? They say, what will he ever do? What is going to happen to him when we are gone? However will he get on in this world looking like that, with that on his face? That's what they say. My parents, the members of my family, they talk in my absence that how will this boy live in this world? When we will die, how will he live? And with this kind of face, how will he be able to survive in this world? This is the thing that they speak, and I somehow get to know these things, and these again make me miserable. Mr. Lam says, Lord, boy. Lord, this is the kind of expression where you express your dissatisfaction. My God or Lord, Lord, boy, you have got 2 arms, 2 legs, and eyes and ears. You have got a tongue and a brain. 6 things, 6 essential things. You will get on the way you want like all the rest. And if you choose and set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest. Mr. Lam is telling there is that only one small part of your whole body, compared to your whole body, one part of your face is a small part. Only this small part is having deformity, it is burned, and you are focusing on this negativity only, on this thing only. Whereas you have so many other things. You have 2 arms, you have 2 legs, you have eyes, you can hear, you have ears, you have eyes, you can see, you have ears, you can hear, and you have tongue, you can talk, and most importantly, you have a brain that differentiates us from others. You have a brain. In spite of having all these features, all these gifts of God, you are concentrating on a single thing that you do not have. People have this thing that they are always complaining. I told you at the very beginning that they are very good in complaining that I don't have this, I don't have that. But the thing that you have, what about that? Are you making the best use of those things? Mr. Lam is telling that since you have all these very valuable organs of your body, you can get on the way you want, like all the rest, the way other people are living their life, you can live your life equally happily. And rather he said, if you want it, if you are determined to live a very good life, you can live better than others, utilizing all those gifts of God that you have in your body. Don't concentrate on the burnt face only. Other organs of the body that are working really well, if you make the best use of them, you can live better than other human beings. There he says, how? Mr. Lamb says, same way as I do. Same way as I do. What is this same way as I do? This we will see in the next video. Thank you very much for being with me.